My project is named Simulation for Dynamic Vehicle Routing Problem with Pickup and Delivery Time Window. In mainland China, fast food delivery services is becoming a real hot and an efficient way to dispatch the orders to the driver so that the users wait less time and also minimize the account of the drivers is a typical demand. To better Thus, a number of researches and studies have been developed in this area to better view the performance of a piece of algorithm. This project aims to use graphical animation to simulate the process and show the performances. So, this is the class hierarchy. One of it is called graph model. So it contains so let's start from the bottom. The graph coordinate is just the coordinate, consists of two float points, x coordinate, y coordinate. A PD vertex is a vertex which has a coordinate and the start time of when the order begins. So the virtual vertex contains only graph coordinate. It is not real vertex. It is the location, the start location of the vehicle. So graph model basically are a bunch of vertices. Another main class is solution, used to hold the solutions. So for each vehicle, it has a route. The route will record the vehicle ID, and then it consists of a chain of vertex event. The vertex event holds the information of what the vertex is and when is the vertex accessed. So a vertex event notifies when the vertex is accessed by what vehicle, by which vehicle. So this vector of route is the core of solution. So let's look at the methodology of the project. First is the dynamic mode. As previously said, this project uses dynamic mode instead of static mode. Is harder to implement, but it is closer to reality. The second feature is I use Manhattan graph instead of normal graph like this. This is closer to reality, and you can implement more stochastic factors like traffic jams if needed. So it's why I use Manhattan graph. The third feature is I use event-driven timeline. Instead of using a loop for every second or millisecond, I use event-driven timeline. I simply set a start time and calculate the solutions, and then from within the solutions I will calculate the next event and move the head of the timeline to that timestamp, to that figure. So it reduces the loops needed, and so it can improve the precision of time. About the GUI part, I use immediate mode. It is more flexible. You can draw lines and any figures, but it's harder to implement buttons. The GUI consists of basically a timer, which is the base of animation, it also responds to mouse click event, because I have some buttons in the figure. So this is the result. This is the algorithm part. As you can see, the complete time. This line is complete time. The float, they are very precise because I use event-driven timeline. So I can calculate the time to be any precision. And this two is just the GUI part. So this is my project. Thank you for listening.